The whole respect thing. If people come in and do not show us respect, we've been established for a long time. We have earned our reputation. If they do not understand that, then we will show them and we will take the respect from them.
All-out war is typically the last resort. Ideological ones only happen against another MC. It has to be someone who goes so far out of MC values that we feel the need to step in because we typically stray pretty far ourselves. The two big things are they acting more similarly to a street gang or are they being apathetic? Apathy is the enemy of progress. And an MC that sits on its laurels and just says that, oh, hey, we're big, we're bad, we're strong, and they've done nothing to earn it, rubs us the wrong way. We've earned our position, we've earned our respect, we've earned our bones. Other people have to earn theirs, and you can't just stop. It's every day, every moment, because we're fighting for our ideas at that point. And those turn very messy very quickly. Typically, we have to hear of a club that is acting more like a street gang than anything else. For example, blooding out their members. That's something we do not do. It's just we don't. It doesn't happen in our world. Especially when they get out good, so to speak. So, for example, if one of the rogues were to leave today, they don't betray any secrets, they don't betray any shit. They turn in their cut clean, they leave respectfully. They'd just be let go. Their family. Why would we hurt them? Most clubs, what happens when someone leaves, they do exactly that. The ones that don't often will take a knife, they'll stab them, they'll take the cut, they'll blood them out, and that's something we don't do. Other clubs are tyrannical in nature, especially newer ones. They don't believe in democracy, they don't believe in choices and free will. Presidents reign as petty kings over their little fiefdom. Because a lot of these MCs take in gangbangers, people who don't understand the life, they don't do anything to educate them, to teach them. For example, we've taken in gangbangers before, and we've done everything we can to show them how we live, show them what we're about. We don't just give them a cut, we make them earn it. A lot of MCs just slap a cup on anyone's back. They don't give a damn. More people make them strong, give them influence, give them power. But those people don't stand for the right things. So when they leave, they get out bad. They don't realize what they signed up for. And the people in power believe that the blood in, blood out, they, like I said, they grew up as gangbangers. It's all they knew. They don't know what an MC is. We compete with all kinds of groups. We compete with gangs, we compete with mobs, we compete with other MCs. It doesn't make them any differently. If we're dealing with a stray MC who behaves more like a gang, we just treat them as a gang. We're often more vicious, more violent towards them. The gang, at least they acknowledge what they are. A MC that behaves like a gang, they need to be taught a lesson. In our culture, for example, we don't take cuts. That is the ultimate sign of disrespect towards another MC. Very rarely do we take the cuts for those reasons. Now, if a MC behaves like a gang, they do the blood in, blood out, They're trying to be big and bad just to be the big bad. Their cut has no meaning. We'll collect it. We'll keep them as trophies. They need to be educated, and they need to learn, or they need to leave, die. A lot of us have blood for this. I'm not gonna let any shitfuck upstart try and taint it. Whenever we go to a war and we go to a fight, we're always putting ourselves at risk. A stray bullet could hit me right between the eyes, I'd be dead in a moment. It could hit Sebastian, it could hit DJ, it could hit any of us. We understand what we have to do to preserve our way of life. We're not a traditional MC by any means, but there are still values we keep proper between us that make it so that we have a right way of living. We're not one percenters, we never have been. We're not the police of the MC world, we don't try to be. However, there's a bare minimum expected from every MC in Los Santos. And if you don't measure up to that, you're not an MC. You're not worth my time, and you're not worth my respect.
I feel home here. For a lot of reasons, not just for myself, my old lady. Felt on edge in the other MC. Here I feel safe. I feel like people do have my back.
This life has its ups and downs. As time goes on, the clubs fold and start up. You get the new upstarts that are out to prove themselves. They usually clash pretty quickly, and then you see what people are made of and what they truly believe and what they're willing to fight for. From there, most don't make it. Most clubs fold shortly after that because they don't realize what they're standing for. They don't have a code. They don't have anything that we have, which is why we are still here.
I think the most dangerous for me is people that I love that have nothing to do with the life getting hurt. It's like we get shot at. We know. Like I was talking about earlier on. Like I've had a gun pointed at me numbers of times. I've been shot at numbers of times. I've been stabbed numbers of times. Like, but seeing the people I love that have nothing to do with this life being pulled into something, and then maybe even used as like a target to get at us. I think that's the most dangerous thing.
One of the dangers that I see is people that don't understand what we are and hate us just because of what we wear and decide to shoot at us because they don't understand us. There's been plenty of times where you get shot at just because you wear some leather on your back by lots of folks in this city. And they're only one bullet away from ending up in a hole.